Hi friends, this is Susan Smith with Stamp Creatively, and I love in the January to June calendar, one of my favorite stamp sets is the Have a Hoot stamp set. And I've done a couple of cards with it. I love the dies. This is my latest project. And let's see if I can get it to zoom in. Technology's my friend until it isn't. We have a love-hate relationship. Oh yeah. Okay, so here's my cute little Have a Hoot card. And I'm going to show you real quickly how I put that together in case you want to be a little owly. Okay, so what I did was this die that comes in the set cuts out all three of these at once. So I cut it out on that beautiful paper that's in the annual catalog that has all the woods in it. And I had it in my head until I went to say it, and it's gone, but I'll put it in the comments below. But this paper was is in the annual catalog, and so I wanted a wood grain, and I did the same thing on this for my little ones that I'm going to stamp on, and I'm going to show you how I did that. But then we saved this and we used it for something else. This is a camp project. Okay, so I went through, did that, and then I ran it through the cobweb embossing, 3D embossing folder. And then I took a sponge over the top real quick just to kind of highlight it so you can see those little the little cobwebs a little better. And I'll post a picture too so you can see it. So I took these pieces that I punched out, and I took my blends, and these two I used on the dies that I cut out, and then this pumpkin and owl I wanted separate. I wanted the die to cut it out. Let me zoom in so you can see my hands. Well, that doesn't work. Again, technology's my friend till it isn't. Okay, so I colored it with my blends, and the colors that I used were, so you know what colors I used? I used light pumpkin pie, I used light daffodil delight, I used a light soft suede, I used the dark smoky slate, I used the light smoky slate, I used the dark razzleberry for my spider, and then I used the dark pumpkin pie. And what I did was, like, on my spider, on my moon, and on my pumpkin, I'll go ahead and do that while I have it in my hand. And then I did the stem of the pumpkin in that brown, the soft suede. And then I did my pumpkin. And then I did my pumpkin. And then, you know what? This says that I can tilt this camera down. Let's see if I can tilt it down. Oh, look at that. Friends, technology's my friend till it isn't. I'm going to learn it eventually, right? Okay. So, oh, look, I even have pumpkins on my shirt. Okay, so I went over it and I colored this with the blends. Just like the spider and the owl. And then I took our Shimmering Crystal Effects and went over it. You don't want to get it on the owl until you've colored the owl. But I wanted to show you how I did it. So I went over it there. I just dotted it here and dotted it here. It's kind of thick. It's got some shimmer to it. So it's going to take a minute to dry. So I put it on those three things, and you can see them. See on my card how the little spider sparkles, and so does the moon, and so does the pumpkin. And then I used my favorite thing in the whole catalog, which is the metallic mesh ribbon. And I used it to go over my spider web and tied off the ribbon. So you can see how, you know, this is a little darker because I sponged it. And then I mounted it. I took this and I dimensionaled it to death. Just put a ton of dimensionals on the back because I wanted it to stand up when I stuck it on. So I pull all those off. And then I mounted it on smoky slate. And I'm going to stick it on here. And then because these tags had this little notched end out, because it's supposed to be a tag, the reason I raised it up is because I tucked them under. So I tucked these under. I haven't cut my pumpkin out yet. But I just made sure these all kind of tucked under so you couldn't see that top of the tag. So that's how I did that. And here I'll show you the card one more time. So there you go. There's another Have a Hoot card. I mean, I just love the sparkle pumpkin. It just makes me really happy. All right, friends, have a great day, and I'll stamp with you again soon. Hope this tip is helpful.